Wait, is that me? I was sitting in a booth at Waffle House, halfway through a plate of hash browns, when I saw the obituary on the table next to me. Someone had left a local paper behind, and there, on page 4, was my face, my high school yearbook photo. Jonathan Miller, beloved son, tragically taken. My coffee cup froze halfway to my mouth. I checked my pulse. Still there. I pinched my arm. That hurt. Hey, excuse me, I called to the waitress, my voice shaking. Can I borrow this? She glanced at the paper, then at me. She didn't even blink. Don't steal the crossword, hun. I read the details. A memorial service. Today, at noon, at the church my parents went to. The parents I hadn't spoken to in 3 years since I came out and moved to the city. They told everyone I was dead to them. I guess they decided to make it official. I checked my watch. 11:40. The church was 10 minutes away. I didn't think. I just threw a 20 on the table and ran to my truck. When I pulled into the parking lot, it was packed. Cars I recognized. My aunt's Buick. My old baseball coach's truck. I walked up the steps. My heart was hammering against my ribs like a bird trapped in a cage. I could hear the organ music inside. Amazing Grace. I pushed the heavy oak doors open. The air smelled like lilies and old hymnals. The sanctuary was full. People in black, dabbing their eyes. And, at the front, a closed casket. A photo of me on an easel next to it. My dad was at the podium. He looked older, grayer. Jonathan was a complicated soul, he said, his voice thick. But we loved him. We tried to save him from his choices. But in the end, the world took him. A lie. A massive, theatrical lie to cover up the fact that their son was just gay and living in an apartment uptown. I started walking down the center aisle. My boots squeaked on the hardwood. Heads turned. One by one. It was like a wave crashing through the pews. Gasps. Screams. My aunt dropped her purse. My dad looked up. He stopped mid-sentence. His face went white, then red. Dad, I said. My voice echoed in the silence. I'm not dead. I'm just gay. He gripped the podium. This is a metaphor, he stammered, looking at the crowd. A spiritual death. Open the box, Dad, I said, walking right up to the front. Open the casket. He didn't move, so I did. I walked past him. I put my hand on the lid. Don't, my mom shrieked from the front row. I threw it open. Empty. Just a few bricks wrapped in a blanket to give it weight. The silence was heavy, heavier than the bricks. I turned to the crowd. I live on 4th Street. I work in IT, and I'm very much alive. I looked at my parents. They wouldn't meet my eyes. They'd rather bury an empty box than admit they had a living son who didn't fit their mold. Enjoy the service, I said. I walked out. The sunlight hit my face, and for the first time in 3 years, I felt completely free. They buried a lie that day. I walked away with the truth.